Good morning, we're live. My forehead is looking funny. I think we've got some lighting issues this morning. Anyway, let's not worry about that. So I'm back again with another episode of the Chromeworks Club, our weekly live stream where we celebrate coding and Scratch and all the fabulous work that our students are doing. And I show you something new about coding every week. And so today I've got a really great project to show you. It's called the Digital Storytelling Toolkit. And what it is just a collection of different custom blocks that you can use to create all kinds of really awesome functions inside your Scratch projects. So if you're doing any kind of a storytelling project, so rather than a game, a project where you're moving characters around or they're talking to each other and events are happening, then you can use these blocks to automate some of the
Mr.
functions.
D, I don't think the stream is working.
You don't think the stream is working?
Yeah.
Discord, but YouTube's working.
You,
not Discord.
sorry, so my Discord stream is not working, but okay, I will try to reconnect to that. Yeah, very odd. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me have one last look at something here. My virtual camera is working. All right, not quite sure what's happening over there in Discord land, guys, but if you have to jump over to the YouTube, then go ahead and do that. It must continue. The show must go on, guys. Just confirming, yeah, everything's good in the lighting's a bit messed up. No, that does not help even a little bit. Trying to get that harsh light off of me. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. So yeah, so these tools that I'm going to be showing you today are really great for storytelling projects. They automate some of the complex code that you'd have to do, so that you can just drop right in and start working with these story concepts and focus on telling a good story rather than having to worry about doing a lot of coding. I'm going to give you guys a little quick look at my project here. The really cool thing about this project is it's about digital storytelling, and it's an example of digital storytelling too in itself, because there's a little tutorial that's built into the project. I'll show you guys a couple of seconds of what it looks like here, and we'll just kind of run you through what you'll be expecting when you load this project. As always, you can find the address for this inside the file description here, or go to my website, chromeworks.ca/projects or /lessons. And you can find everything that you need there. All right, so let me just show you what we have here. So it just starts off with a description how to go about using this. I'll be talking about that in a little bit, and then a bunch of buttons appear that describe what each of the custom blocks does, and every one of them has a little bit of an animation built into it. So let me just show you. We're going to the buttons are going to animate here, and as Scratch the Cat is telling you, you just have to click on any of these fellows, and you'll see a little tutorial on how to use that block. So here's an example with the shake block. So you can see I'm giving you a little description of how to use the block. And so you can go ahead and play with those to your heart's content. I'm not going to show you the rest of them there. You'll have to actually download the file to see the rest of the animations. But every single one of them gives a description. And then, of course, to find the actual custom blocks, you'll want to look at this little sprite here that is inside, that is... Oh, my magnifier is not turned on again. How did that happen? Let me just switch that on. All right, let's get my magnification set up better here. So is my screen magnifier working now? There we go, that's better. All right, so this is the sprite that contains my code library. So you're just going to want to drag that into your library and then drag it back into whatever project you're working on. And that will give you access to all of these blocks here. And as I was saying, you can grab any one of these and it'll automate a whole bunch of the steps involved in your storytelling process. The one I wanted to show you right now that's really cool is the throw block. And I've got a different little test project set up here that has a thermal detonator and Commander Cody in it. So let me show you an example of this. So here's Commander Cody, and here's a thermal detonator. So this block, as I said, can be used to do jumps and throws. And so you just have to define inside this custom block where the destination is that you want to send something to. Now this actually turns out to be quite complicated. To do a proper throw kind of animation where something goes arcing up in the air and then lands in a certain location, you have to basically use some math and create a parabola. Let me show you what Jeffrey came up with here. So Jeffrey did the actual coding of this part for me. He coded a parabola that started at 0 and would always end up at a certain location, 1, at the end of one cycle, and the math is right here. It's quite complex stuff, and it's all shown up in the coding, so you don't have to understand anything about how this code works to get it running properly. But so all you have to do is enter. Sorry, is somebody trying to talk to me? All right. So all you have to do is enter your final destination where you want this grenade to go to. Let's say we want it to go to the middle of the screen. I'll just type 0, 0 here, and tell it a height, how high you want it to arc. So I'm going to go a really high arc of 200, and I'll have it take 1 second to fly through the air. And as you'll see, it'll go 200 pixels up in the air and end up at 0, 0. Let's have it go down to the bottom right of the screen to 240, and then 180Y and 240X. And we'll drag it back to the starting position here. And as you can see, it goes flying. Whoa. Oh, minus 180Y. Let's try that again. And we click on this, and it goes arcing through the air and lands there. If we want it to take longer, we can enter a little bit more time into that block, just like this. So we'll go 3 seconds now for the jump. And it goes arcing through the air and always lands in that one spot. Now that sounds, it doesn't on the surface look like a complex function, but it's actually quite difficult to do. And you can see there's some very complex math in here that is basically the math equivalent of that parabola that you were looking at over on the image file that Jeffrey did up for me. So very impressive little bit of coding. I've actually coded this, and I've taken the custom block and I've added a wait until mouse click event here. And then the destination I set up was mouse X and mouse Y, which is wherever I click my mouse. And now watch what I have here. Let's start the project. And you can see that wherever I click on the screen, the ball jumps right there. Let's have it go faster. We'll set the time to 1. And now wherever I click on the screen, the ball will jump to that spot and land there. This is something that you can definitely use inside a game engine as well as inside a digital story project. Basically, anytime you want to do a jump where you know what the end location is going to be, rather than just jumping in a direction, you can definitely use this block to help you out with that. So a really, really cool function that's very impressive. So we're going to do a little bit more digital storytelling in a second, but first I wanted to say hi to my crew that's watching me on Discord. It looks like you guys still don't have any video, eh? Are you able to see me, fellas? So Cam, are you there, buddy?
Hello.
Hi, Cam. So you're not seeing me on Discord right now still?
No, Discord is not working.
Okay.
Got me to check out after the stream.
No, I'm not really sure what's going on there. My video camera should be publishing to there, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that today. So Cam's my video editor. He's been doing some fantastic work this week, including the tutorial video that goes along with this project. It's just another quick little preview of this. Most of the tutorial is actually embedded inside the Scratch file, so you don't necessarily have to watch this week's video. But if you want to take a deep dive into these blocks and find out a little bit more about how I created them and what you can do with them, then go ahead and check out my video, which is going to be released at 11 o'clock today. Cam's done a really funny, awesome little intro for it, as he's done with my last couple of videos, and so I'd recommend you just watch it, even to watch the first couple of minutes, because it's quite fun. So thanks for your work there, Cam. Who else is with us here today? Gamer Davy's with us here today. Good morning, Davy. Kendra, so Davy's from Ottawa. Kendra is here from Rockland, just out of Ottawa. Hi, Kendra. And our good friend Retro Gamer Thane is here from Florida. Good morning, Thane. And Deck is here from London, England. Good morning to Deck too. So Thane, as always, has been a busy beaver this week.
Hello.
Hi, Thane. So
Hi.
we've got a couple of projects I want to show you.
Hi.
So Thane always has been a busy beaver this week. Hi, Thane. So can someone please mute their mic? Whoa, we got some chaos happening there.
Yeah.
So remember, if you're going to be talking on the stream, you have to mute your YouTube, guys. Be sure to do that, or we're going to be in the retro.
Yeah.
Game. All right. Anyway, so hi, Dak. And anyway, I was just saying that Thane has a whole bunch of material to show us this week. He's working on a new game project that I'm going to show you in just a minute that actually uses this digital storytelling engine. He was so excited about it, he had to jump right in and adapt this stuff to his own story project. Thane also has come up with another Minecraft mod review for us this week. This week's project is the well, Thane, tell us about this week's Minecraft mod. Or not. Thane, you there, buddy? No. Okay, so Thane has come up with our latest Minecraft mod, which is a gravity gun, which is actually inspired. Oh
Yeah. I'm here. Yeah. So you said about the mod today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about the mod.
Yeah.
All right. So I've been working on the gravity gun mod, which I'm going to be showing today.
Mm-hmm. So the gravity gun is actually based on a tool from one of my favorite games of all time, which is Half-Life 2, which is a sci-fi adventure game that came out way back in the early 2000s, I think, or the late 90s anyway. And the gravity gun was a really neat innovation in there. And so it was very cool to see it implemented in Minecraft. And I thought you did an excellent review. So we'll be showing you that later. Thane has also been working hard on a series of plushie videos. I previewed these, or I showed you a couple of these a few weeks ago. He's on his third part right now, anyway, and he's come up with a little teaser. So tell us a little bit about what your third Among Us plushie video is going to be about.
So this time there's 12 plushies instead of 10 like the other two videos, and there's 3 imposters instead of 2, so it's chaotic.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to show you a little teaser. Thane's put together a little 1-minute teaser showing us a preview of what his new video is going to be about. So let's jump.
I'll go ahead and look at it on YouTube now.
No, I've got it here right now, buddy.
Yep, tasks. And by the way, on deck, and I'm a very good detective. I'm gonna go stick around by the security cameras right at tasks really fast. Okay then, everyone skipping, say I. Look at him. Literally, he has a knife. A literal knife right next to him. Alright, now look. He's reported the body like 4 times. It's crazy, bro. But I was just using this knife to make hamburgers and fries for my task. I just was holding it when someone put it on me.
Anyway, so always a lot of fun in these little Among Us plush videos. Very cool work. So we're looking forward to seeing that. What's your YouTube channel name again, Thane? Thane?
It's Retro Gamer, I think.
No, I think he has a new name for his YouTube channel, doesn't he? So if you can share that.
It's Crazy Kirby Boy. It's Crazy Kirby Boy.
Crazy Kirby Boy. Let me just
Crazy Kirby Boy.
crazy with a C, right? Crazy.
No, with a K. With a K.
Oh, right. Crazy Kirby
Yeah.
Boy.
It's a Kirby.
Yeah, I got it here. Okay, so this is Thane's YouTube channel, Crazy Kirby Boy. He only has 15 subs, so if you like his plushie videos, please give him a sub and have a look. He's got some really great content on here. Speaking of YouTube content, we have hit a big event here on our live stream. We have actually come up to 500 subs now. Check it out, guys. Just overnight here, we hit 500 subscriptions. So we're going to announce a couple of prize giveaways and some other stuff to celebrate. We'll tell you a little bit more about that next week. We're going to be doing a gaming contest, and we're also going to be doing another recruitment drive, and we're going to be looking for people to get recruits to sign up for us. So find out more about that later on this week, and very excited to bring that to you guys. So 500 subs, woo, woo. Okay, so let's get back to the digital storytelling stuff. I was showing you guys some of the really cool functions that we have in here. What I've done is I've created a little bit of a project file here that you guys can actually work in as well. You guys over in the Discord community in particular. I'm going to share it inside my chat now, inside Ask Mr. T. And I will share it in the YouTube chat for those of you who are watching live. The file will be linked in the description if you guys are looking for it after the fact. Anyway, so what we've got here is a little file that just contains my digital storytelling project, plus Commander Cody and General Grievous, and we've got a Star Wars background in here. And what I'd like you guys to do, we're going to do a little bit of live coding here, where I'm going to show you some implementations of my digital storytelling toolkit, and we're going to be coding this live. If any of you guys over on Discord want to try coding something up quickly while we're talking here and send me the link in the chat, I will show your files as well as my own here, and we can just show some really quick examples of how simple and easy it is to use these tools. So I've got a whole bunch of sound effects built into the sprite. So if you look at Commander Cody here, for example, so we've got all his really cool costumes, and he's including a shooting costume and some other stuff. I have some sound effects here, a blaster sound effect, and I've got a bunch of clips of him talking.
All right, man.
Let's crank that volume a little bit. All right, man, move it.
Move it. 2 lightsabers.
Nice.
Understood, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so we've got some Commander Cody, and we've also got some General Grievous sound effects here, including a whole bunch of lightsaber sounds. And a couple of quotes from him.
Crush them, Jedi scum. Prepare for attack.
And we got, of course, the trademark General Grievous cough as well. All right, so let me just show you guys some simple stuff that we could do to get this digital story stuff going here. So let's start with General Grievous. I'll make him appear, and we'll drag him over to the right-hand side of the screen here. I'm going to lock his rotation here so he doesn't actually accidentally move sideways. There we go. And let's code him to point to the left when we get started here. So let's go when green flag clicked. We'll go point to the left, which is under our move blocks. Point in direction left. There we go. So that'll get, oh, actually Grievous is pointed in the wrong direction because his character is facing to the left. So we have to do everything the opposite way here. So this will point him in the proper direction here. So I wanted to fade in at the beginning. Let's go grab our fade in block and our fade out block from our toolkit. I'll just drag it on top of General Grievous here. And so now that we have these definition blocks in place here, we can add them to our code. You'll notice that inside your my blocks, oh, I just deleted that one by accident. So let's do the fade in one more time. So now inside my blocks, I have those two hat commands that define the whole fade in. And let's go ahead and grab the my block that says fade in for 20 frames. And so now we'll want him to start invisible. So let's go set ghost effect to 100. There we go. Beautiful. So let's wait for 1 second before we do that. We'll just put a little delay in there. So when green flag clicked, oh, we'll want the set ghost before the 1 second delay. This is live coding, so things are often a little unpredictable. Okay, so we want the ghost to go before the 1 second. There we go. Set ghost effect to 100. All right, so now he'll start off invisible and then fade in. There we go. And then we'll have him say something. So we'll do the sounds. Actually, let's have him do a cough here. So we'll go to our sound effects. We'll go start sound. And then we'll go cough. And then while he's coughing here, we're going to use the cough block, which is again in my, or the, the shake block, which is over in my custom blocks here. Let's find that one. Shake, here it is. We'll drag it over to General Grievous. And we'll just move it out of the way here so it's not on top of our code. And so now I have access to that shake block. So I'll tell him to shake for, it's about 3 seconds or so that he's coughing for at an intensity of 3. So now as soon as he materializes, he's going to cough here. There we go. Now let's have him light up his lightsaber. So his lightsaber is an animation that goes from frame 1 to frame 8. So we're going to use our custom block here to grab, we're going to grab the one that says animate to frames, animate frames 2, and we're going to grab that one, drop it in. I'm going to grab the other animation block as well because we're going to need that later. And we're going to use that one on Cody later too, so I'm going to drag it on top of him as well, so that he has access. I'm not sure if that got copied over. Yes, it did. Okay, so here's General Grievous, and we've got a couple of new blocks to work with now. So after we're done shaking, let's tell him to light up his lightsaber. So we'll play the sound effect that has to do with lighting up lightsabers, which is over here under sounds, and it's called ignite. There we go. So let's start that sound. Ignite, and then we'll animate to frame. So we're already at frame 1. Let's make sure we're at frame 1 by telling it to switch at the very beginning to the first frame, just in case it's stuck on a different frame. So we'll switch our costume to the first standing frame at the very beginning. And right here, we're going to tell it to animate to frame 8 at frames per second of maybe 12 or so. So let's see what that looks like now. So we're going to play that ignite sound. And there we go, then he lights his lightsaber. All right, now let's have him swing his lightsaber around a little bit. So we're gonna we're gonna play another sound. Let's play sound until done here. So we'll go to our sound effects and we'll go play sound until done, prepare to attack or prepare for attack. And then we're gonna, because we want this next sound to happen while he's swinging his lightsaber around. So we're gonna go attack, use that attack sound here. And then we're going to go back to our animation blocks here. We're going to grab our custom animation. This, we're missing that one that's animate timed animation. So here we, actually, in this case, we don't want a timed animation. We're just going to use the animate frames to costume again. So we're going to want him to switch between a couple of different attack animations. The one called slash, I think. So slash starts with /1. Let's go ahead and switch him to that costume. So we're going to go switch costume to attack, or to /1. And then we're going to tell him to animate for, I think, 8 frames, which will take us down to the end of slash here, which is /8. There we go. Oh, which is, sorry, /8 is what costume number is what we want to know, or /10, /12. So to frame 20, well, actually there's more, /14. So let's go to frame 26 here. We'll animate to frame 26 at, again, 12 frames per second. All right, let's see how our project goes from here.
For attack.
There we go. Beautiful. Now we're going to have Commander Cody take a shot at him before any of this happens. So we're going to go over to Commander Cody, and we're going to start with the green flag. We're going to use one of his audio files here. So we're going to have him run onto the screen here. Oh, I've got my thermal detonator. We should probably just hide that for now. All right, let's have him run onto the screen here. So we'll have him fade in at the beginning. So again, we're going to need some of those tools. Let's go to our code library and we'll grab the stuff that we need here. So we've got animate frames to costume. We've got the fade in and fade out. And we'll also do, where did the other animation block go? Did I accidentally delete it? It looks like I might have deleted it by accident in all my, while swinging around here. We can grab it from Grievous though. Animate frames to costume. Nope. I actually deleted it, I think. So I have another one in my, fear not, I have another one in my backpack here. So I'll just drag that out of my backpack. And let's grab the timed animation code from there for Cody. There we go. Back to Cody again. All right, let's get that out of the way. So when green, and let's hide the animation library, of course. All right, so back onto Cody again here. So when I click the green flag for Cody, we're going to want him to fade in. So let's do that. To fade in for 10 frames. And then we're going to want to get him into a running animation. So we're going to tell him to go to a certain position. We'll tell him to go to his start position. So I'll just drag in my XY block here. And then I will get him into a running animation using this custom block, the timed animation from costume. So let me show you an example of using this then. So we're going to have him run for 3 seconds. So, so the time is 3 seconds. The frames per second, we'll do 12 here. And we want to know which frames of animation it's going to be running for. So let's go look at his animations here. And he's got an animation called a run that starts here at run 1. That's frame 15. And that goes all the way to 22. So 15 through 22 are my animations. 15 through 22. There we go. And so now when green flag clicked, he should fade in. And actually, let's have him talk right away. I think no, the other guy's not talking in the first second here. So we'll just have him say, all right, man, and then move it. So let's go to our sounds. We'll go start sound. We'll play sound until done here because we don't want the one sound overlapping on top of the other one. So go play sound until done. And that'll be all right, men. And then we'll go start sound, move it. All right, so those sounds are supposed to happen before the animation. And then the animation is going to start running, and then we're going to start moving him across the screen. So we're going to drag him over to here, and then we're going to do a glide command. So we're going to tell him to glide to the location I just dragged him. Now we want the timing to match up here, so we're going to glide for 3 seconds to that location. And that should work beautifully. Let's give our file another try here.
All right, men, move it.
Oh, the timing's a little bit off. All right, so we're a little bit off here. What did I forget? Glide. So the timed animation. Oh, so the animation, and I did say this in the tutorial, have to be done in its own block here. So we're going to take the glide and the animation and put them into separate blocks of the code. What I'm going to do is I'll do an event here. I'll go broadcast an event that's a new message called run. All right, and we'll have this guy, when he receives that run command, there's the run command. Then he's going to start gliding. Okay, this should work better now. Let's give this another try.
All right, men, move it.
Beautiful. And so now when he gets hit here, we're going to have him fall down and get hurt. And that'll be all that we do with this today. So I'm going to show you how to time that properly. We're going to do another broadcast message here. So when he's in the middle of animating to the frames here, we're going to, so what I'm going to do is actually cut this in half. So he's starting at frame at /1 here, which is frame 13. So he's at /1, and we're going to have him just do a few of these frames here. So he's going from 13 to 26. So let's tell him to stop at around frame 20 or so, or what would be the frame where he would actually hit the guy? It'll probably be about frame 20. Yeah, frame 20 sounds like a good plan. So we're only going to animate to frame 20 here. Then we're going to broadcast a message, and the broadcast message is Cody hit. And then we're going to finish the animation. So we'll go ahead and animate frames all the way to 26 here. Whoop, we started the project by accident. And so you see I have so rather than waiting until the end of the animation after he's already flashed, we'll have Cody be hit in the middle. And we've used this custom block very effectively to do that. Now let's have Cody fall down when he receives that. So let's go when I receive Cody hit. Now we're going to play that animation that's called timed animation. Well, not time. Let's do the other one, the animate frames to costume. So when do we use the one and when do we use the other? If we're only doing an animation once, you want to use animate frames to costume. And if you have a repeating thing like a running animation, for example, then you'll want to use the timed animation script for that. Okay, so when he receives that, we're going to animate frames to costume. Let's get him set up at his first costume, though, which is just the shoot stand. So we'll just go tell him to get into costume 1. Well, actually, we want to get him into the costume before he starts falling, which is hurt die 1, which is costume 23 all the way to 36. So 23 to 36. So let's tell him to get into that first costume, switch costume to hurt dazed 1, so we don't need that number. Hurt die. And then we'll animate all the way to the last frame, which I thought was 26. Actually, 36. So let's have him animate all the way to frame 36. 36. I'm not sure what's happened to my cursor here. At 12 frames per second. All right. We also want a little bit of a sound effect here of him getting hit. I don't have a Cody being hurt sound effect, so I'm going to record one right now. I'm just going to go record, and I'll go, oof. There we go. We'll cut that out. Oof. There we go. And we'll call that oof. And now I can play that sound effect I'll start the sound just before we start animating the frame. So start sound oof. All right, let's have a look at this now. Cue the Star Wars music.
All right, men, move it.
Nice. All right, then he starts to get up. So you can see how we can very quickly put together a little digital story here. Pretty cool, eh? Did anyone in my Discord audience manage to put together any kind of a file they want to show me at all? Even a partial file, just to show me what you're up to? Anyone? No. Okay. All right. So I have shared the address for this particular file. As
I made one.
You did? Okay. Excellent.
I have.
You
I'll
have?
send the
Okay. Send me the link and ask Mr. T here.
I'll send the link.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
I have.
Okay. Both of you guys. So Deck and
Go ahead and
Zane
send it.
both send me a link, and I will show your projects.
I was trying to make the backgrounds shake, but I couldn't do that.
Yeah, backgrounds don't move, so you would have to turn the background to the right to get it to shake, right? Backgrounds, it's like the stage in a play. You can't pick up the stage and wiggle it, of course. Okay, let's look at Deck's file first. Oh, it's not shared, Deck. Can you share it quick?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's shared.
Let's try that one more time. So remember, if you're going to share, if you're going to send someone the URL for a file, it always has to be shared first. It's still, I don't know, it's taking a second to catch up here. All right, while we're waiting for that, let's go over to Thane's game and see whether that's been shared. There we go. Grievous versus Cody. So
Jack, you have to send it again. You have to send the link again after you share it.
No, it shouldn't. You shouldn't have to do that. I think it just needs to update. I will try it again. Anyway, so here is Thane's project. Let's have a look at this. So he's using my say block here. Oh, nice! And he jumps in. Nice. Nice! Wow, that's quite a bit of work you got done there in just a couple of seconds, Thane. Very impressive. So you might want to add the blaster sound effect to this file. So this is great. I would love to see you continue remixing this, and we can show the finished file next week. That's really fantastic work, Thane. Let's see what Deck made up here. No, Deck's file is still not shared properly. Not quite sure what's going on there, buddy, but we'll try to show it later. Meanwhile, I wanted to show you that Thane has already started using my digital coding software my kit in his new Pokemon game that he's using, that he's created here. So this say block, which was actually invented or coded originally by Supercannon, one of our Chromeworks members here. So this say block, which spits out the text in a linear fashion. Deck says that his file, we're going to try it again in a second. So let me just finish showing you Thane's project here. So Thane has added some of these say blocks into his own project, which is going to be a Pokemon themed game. I'm not going to show you the rest of the game right now because it's actually quite cool and it's not quite done yet. It's a work in progress. I just wanted to show you that this is something that you can use even in your game projects here. So let's click on Squirtle here. And you'll see that he's using this say block to help. And one of the cool things about it was he's actually added a question block here where it's asking you your name. So I'm going to go Mr. T. Oh, then hello, Mr. T. There we go. And you can see the way that he coded this. Rather than just coding text in here, he actually put a variable, the answer, in here and used a join command to join some text, oh, then hello, with the answer here. Really cool. He was supposed to add a space here, and I think I probably haven't refreshed the file since he fixed that. All right. Anyway, so a nice job of implementing some of my code here, and I'm very eager to see what the rest of you guys do with my digital storytelling. I'm going to try Thane's file, or sorry, Deck's file one last time and see if his is working. Deck's, no, it's not working. Anyway, he says he's a little embarrassed because he didn't get quite as much work done as Thane. So Deck, why don't we challenge you to come up with a little digital storytelling file for us for next week and see what you can do with this stuff or with any of your other projects, and just show us how you can use these blocks. I'd be very happy to show it on next week's broadcast. All right, speaking of Deck, we have a remix this week from Deck. Remember last week's game, a very popular game, did really well on YouTube, was a a Mario themed game. And so Deck here has done a beautiful remix that has taken our Mario Dodge game and added Bowser to it. So let me show you that. Nice. Deck's got his, and I love that transition. Fantastic using the mosaic. Whoa. Okay, let me try that one more time here. Is it WASD, Deck, or is it arrow keys? I'll try both.
Let's go!
Oh, it's arrow keys. All right. So yeah, I'm horrible at it. Did you make this game harder, Deck? Is it harder than my version, or am I just bad at it?
It's harder.
Oh, no.
I need to be quicker for the turn.
Yeah, very difficult actually. Nice. So a nice little remix here, Deck. Congratulations. That's fantastic work. Very impressed. So this is an unusual thing, but I'm going to show you some work by a non-member, somebody who's on the Scratch community who's done some remixes for me. I was just so impressed. I was looking at my slot machine project from a couple of weeks ago, and I saw that one Scratch user, his name is where is he here? His name is the Skeld, and he's done some fantastic work here remixing my slot machine project. So let me show you. He's actually done 3 different remixes of my slot machine project. Let me show it to you right here. So here's this Simpsons remake of my slot machine. And let's pull the lever. Nice. Now something didn't initialize here properly. Let's try this one more time. And I love the way the money flies across the screen. This is really a fancy remix. And a dough when he doesn't get it. Beautiful. Let's try that one more pull. I want to actually get that payout here. There we go. Beautiful. Anyway, so that's the first of his 3 mixes. He's also done a Mickey Mouse themed remix of my slot machine. Let me show you that one.
Welcome back, pal.
A lot of remixes.
Yeah. So my big shout out. Yeah. Really great use of sound effects as well. He's added kind of a tinny sound to the sound effects to make it sound like it's in a big room, like a casino. So it sounds like it's coming out of a little cheap machine as well. Very impressive work. Let me pull the lever here. Let's try one where I'm going to try and get a payout here. Nope. Oh, I guess it's money for getting one of those, for getting a gold Mickey. Anyway, a nice little remix. And the third remix that the Skeld has done for me here is a SpongeBob remix. Let me show you that one.
Another day, another migraine.
This is probably my favorite one. Nice use of sound effects. One more pull. Uh-oh. Blank. Okay, not sure quite what went on there. Anyway, so some fantastic remix work by Scratch user the Skeld. So I want to give a big shout out to you. You are our remix of the week, my friend. Congratulations. All right. So where are we? Okay, I think we're going to move on to our Story Corner segment. So we still have a couple of digital stories that were created by Tam Jeed, our former co-op student, and we've got a couple more weeks of those left to go. And especially since we're doing digital storytelling this week, I thought it'd be a really good opportunity to.
Basically,
Yes, Dan?
I think it should not work now, my project.
Oh, do you want me to show it? Sure, I'll show it if it's working now.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're gonna take one little break here and look at Deck's digital storytelling project. Whoa, the basket is jumping to the ball. That's a little demented.
The title, When the Ball and Basket Switched Places.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting take, Deck. Thank you for sharing that with us. Anyway, so another good example of my digital storytelling toolkit in action. Anyway, as I was saying, since we are in fact doing a storytelling theme this week, it's an especially good time to do a story corner. So Tamjeet's back with another story corner segment. He's got a fun little video for us, and I'm going to show that to you right now.
Hey guys, welcome back to Story Corner. This week we're gonna check out Hey Man by Your Fles.
Man, I just lost a tooth. Ah, cool. Can you help me find it? Wait, what?
Let's see if we can find anything interesting about how they coded this project. I was looking through the code, and something interesting I noticed is this part right here. What they did here is set speak to whatever they want to say, and it will do the code in a separate line. Now you're probably wondering why he didn't just put the speak block in there like normal. Because if he did, this is what would happen.
Hey man,
As you can see, it stops everything just to do this one block and does the rest of the code later. But the other way, it will do both of the code at the same time. He also used it many different times in other areas too, so this is a very efficient technique. Hopefully you found this technique helpful. Maybe you can use it in your own project sometime. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Anyway, really, so there's another example of how you have to have two actions happen simultaneously sometimes if you want it to work properly in Scratch. And so that was an example of using a broadcast kind of command to have a second event happen simultaneously. I wanted to show you some more work by Your Fles, who's actually a very, very prolific digital storyteller. Let me show you right now his homepage. Scratch. So this guy has done some amazing work. He animates these all by himself, and every one of them is just a short, little, funny, meme-worthy video. Let me show you one or two more of them here. Here's one called Stick. This is his most recent project. What? I'm not sure if the audio is missing in this one. Oh, something's going on here with the audio. Okay, not sure what's up with that one. Let's see if one of the other ones has audio working in it. Because I'm pretty sure that these files do have audio. Derpaman, the egg. Let's look at this one and see if it's working. Okay, somehow I've ended up muting my YouTube here. Or my, okay, not sure what's going on with my audio. My volume set up to 100 here though. So something's gone off with my audio here. Anyway, all right, can't figure it out right now. Okay, hopefully my audio is working for the next segment though, which is our Minecraft mod of the week. Let's give that a look. So this is Thane's project again. He's doing a mod of the of the gravity gun. So let's show you guys that file now. No, our audio's dead there too. Okay, so what is going on with my speakers here. Not sure what's happening here. It's just all of a sudden my speakers have died. Let me double check my sound settings here. Sorry about that, guys. I might have to... Yeah, my speakers have completely packed out on me. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some kind of a reset here, guys. So I apologize for that. Thane, I will show your Minecraft mod next week. It appears that my audio is completely cacked out on me here, and I won't be able to play that file right now. I apologize, Thane, and also to your Flez. I was gonna show some more of your files. I might show them during a future session. I'll have to go poke around behind my computer here and see what's going on with the audio settings. Something has just obviously gone really wacky on us. Okay, so we'll be back again next week with some more great content, and I'm sure I'll have my audio issues sorted out by then. Thanks for joining us, and I will catch you next week. I'd love to see your remixes of this digital storytelling project, so send those storytelling projects to me, and I will show them all online. Thanks, guys.